Hi, I don't know. I'm hoping that my chat is open. I don't see anybody in the chat, but I'm hoping that everybody's here. Hi, I know I came in a little bit early today. Roscoe, my dog, is at the vet, and I was unable to live stream tonight because I really need to be around for him. And so, yeah. I have it subscribers only mode. So, yeah, anybody who's a subscriber to the channel, you should be able to join me for the chat. Hey, Dr. Falcon, nice to see you here. You just missed the best part. Did you get to see the beginning? I might have to redo it. Hey, let me redo the beginning if you hadn't seen it, because I just showed an awesome part of Tim's Christmas lights, and I did Tim a favor because I actually added some Christmas music to it, and I made sure to actually ensure that the person themselves was credited through Creative Commons attributions in order to be able to play this music copyright free, as long as I made sure to thank Alex Productions for this Christmas countdown music. And you can take a look at a couple of the recent Miss Vicky's cat passed away. Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What? Wow. All right, that's not very cheerful. Well, let's get some Christmas cheer. Let's give some peace, rest in peace for Miss Vicky's cats, and some condolences to Miss Vicky. I am so sad to hear that. I know you are a big cat lover, Mr. Dr. Falcon, so I know that's hard to hear. Let me add Tim to the stream because Tim decided to share Christmas lights and Christmas trees from the camper. And so let me share Tim, and let me make it a little bit better because Tim decided obviously not to add any Christmas music because, Tim, he does not want to be somebody who's going to be paying for any type of copyright on music. And he's certainly, Tech Timmy over here is going to spend, entire days trying to figure out how to suddenly become a camera operator overnight through YouTube tutorials. He's trying everything. And every time he sits alone in his YouTube camper and decides that he is going to watch YouTube, and it's going to be up in this video that he had, and he just released a morning chat too. Hey, Carl, come and say hi. Yeah, he's wallowing in all sorts of bad decisions, and we're going to go over those today. My dog Roscoe is at the vet's this morning, having his teeth taken care of. I'm scared of what the bill's going to be. So if you guys could hit the likes, and then we'll talk about YouTube Premium and how Timmy also makes money from people having YouTube Premium, and how it's ironic that he got YouTube Premium, but if his viewers don't have YouTube Premium, he wants them to watch the ads all the way through, but he doesn't want to watch ads. But yeah, we're giving out our thoughts and prayers to Miss Vicky today. Absolutely. Yeah, we just spoke about how poor Miss Vicky lost her kitty cat, and we're all giving thanks and thoughts and prayers out to Miss Vicky today, and we're so sorry because that's heartbreaking. I'm trying not to think too much about it because obviously that's very sad news to hear, but I know our thoughts and prayers from this community are with Miss Vicky today, and I know many people. I've personally been a cat owner too. I've had many a kitty cat. My last one was Mr. Lucas, who was a cat I actually brought with me from Mexico. And he lived here in the United States for some years before he sadly had to be, put to rest. It's such a sad topic. Oh, my God. And of course, my own little puppy today is out getting his dental work. And, we always give thoughts and prayers to everybody's pets. Today is actually National Cookie Day, too. So cookies, thoughts, and prayers. Yeah, Miss Junebug is the only one that's here today. She looks a little bit sad. Junebug is a little bit out of sorts because Roscoe last night was not able to eat after 6 p.m. or have any water. So I had to get up the water bowl away from her. And then I was trying to get her away from him so I could give her water. But then she thought she was getting, I don't know, she's very sensitive, Junebug. And so she's just very sensitive. Aren't you, sweetie? We just went outside for a minute for her to do her business. But she just seems sad because she loves Mr. Roscoe. So I just think she's trying to figure out why I left with him today and he's not with me. I know she'll be very excited when he gets back. Yeah. But she says happy holidays. So she's on camera for Vibmas, everybody. All right, everyone. I'm going to redo Tim's Christmas lights with music. I'm going to come off stream for a second and just let you guys all glow in Tim's Christmas lights. Now, just to give heads up, Tim did not have these with any music. It's just Tim and background noise. So Tim had this video dry. And so, Tim, you're welcome. I decided to add some Christmas music along with some choice posts. And some, we can play the game. Did it disappear from Tim's comment section? Did it disappear from Tim's comment section? It was on the fireside chat, these comments. Okay, so let me, hi, come on in, Marina. I'm going to take me off the stream. It's just going to be Tim. Oh, that was the wrong thing. It was supposed to be me. Sorry. Trying to get some of the editing done there. Hey, didn't I make it look so much better? Is this in the crasher? Yes, that's in the crasher. But I made it so much better. The music was added by me. That's not Tim adding the music, okay? He just had it without music. But you're welcome, Tim. I made it so much better. And I know he watches. Because we're going to watch a video where he's on the fireside chat where this particular individual said, these videos are getting hard to watch, Mr. Tim, and for so many reasons. So yeah. And obviously, if you did want to help with Roscoe's probably going to be astronomical dental fund today, I do appreciate it. You can contribute to us just by hitting the likes and letting people know we came out a little bit early. Reason being is that Roscoe is obviously at the vets, and tonight I need to be focusing more on him and not just laughing and cahooting about Sarasota Tim. But yeah. And then the other person was asking if Tim wanted some more cheese with his wine. And he obviously, if he knows Tim, he knows Tim really is a fan of some cheese. What's up, Junebug? I know, Mr. Roscoe's at the vet, sweetie. Yeah, Mr. Roscoe's at the vet. At least you get to see the other background. And everything covered in dog blankets. All right, so let's get into this stream. So we're going to get into the fireside chat, guys. And we're going to take a look at that particular video. And then he just had a morning walking chat as well. So I thought we might actually delve in and just snipe out his morning walking chat at 1.5 because it's fairly short. And then we will get into his actual videos that he does with his fireside chat. Oh, don't start yet, Tim. I'm not ready for you. Oh my goodness. Tim, I told you I'm not ready for you. I got to get this shrunk down so I can add you to the stream. Oh my goodness. And I did try to think of a question. Hey, Angel of Glass, I'm glad you made it. Come on in. I'm being as techie as Tim because Tim's not happy with his technology. And so he is going to be some serial returning. He's obviously the king of minimalism, but he's getting a new credit card. Oh, he's got Tim. He just wants to get started over here. Junebug, we just went. Oh, you're getting a toy out? What toy are you getting out? Well, show me a toy. Oh, you want to play? Oh, okay. Junebug's over here wanting to play. Let me make sure I throw up my fair use because we know that Tim was talking about how he could strike channels the other day. And we don't want him thinking that he can just go ahead and strike mine. If you did miss... and I don't know whether or not we'll check on that fireside chat. I want to say Tim deleted the comment about his content being difficult to watch. I want to say that one's been deleted. I don't know whether or not he's kept the wine with the cheese. So we're going to keep this video comment up there, and we're going to keep thanking that lovely music, because maybe we'll get in a little bit more of this festive jingle. Let's play that real quick. Happy Vibers, everybody. Happy holidays to me. Whatever. Tim wants you to give him Christmas stuff, guys. Yeah, let's get this Christmas vibe going. Doesn't like medical people because he can't return anything. Oh yeah, well, he can't return that bad eye, that's for sure. Can't return that janked eye. All right, Tim. 1.25. Take it away, Timmy.
Coming to you from laundromat. Over here at my favorite laundromat. I got to do some laundry, and I'm getting my steps in right from the laundromat. I got my timer set for about 15 minutes. It's about a 30-minute cycle. I'll walk 15 minutes away, and then I'll walk 15 minutes back, and the laundry will be ready for the dryer. I could have brought my microphone, but I forgot. I really didn't know what I was doing. I said, let me get this laundry.
Oh, yeah. Professional YouTuber works really hard on his content, you know? Let me just forget my microphone. Let me make sure, because I got to make up. He's got to make up the missing videos that he has not been able to put out, and the views that have been just tanking. And this is not a good time for your views to tank. This is the time when YouTube is hopefully, but I've heard, Tim's going to tell you and complain about the ads. because I've had premium for a while. You're watching my content. Hi, Tim. How you watching me while you get your laundry done?
Done. And so there I go. Anyway, here's a cover about last night's chat video, fireside chat. I had no idea it'd be until this morning when I got up that it still had not even moved. I did two things. One, I literally changed, I uploaded it again. That's worked in the past. And that wasn't getting it. I actually started that last night. So I had two videos, same video, fireside chat, trying to upload, and all night long. So that problem right there, you'll never hear me complain about again because of all the stuff I went through with that action camera.
Oh my goodness, Tim. I thought you were supposed to be Tech Timmy. Why are you not just getting some wireless to your RV rather than trying to rely on hotspots? Hotspots on a phone are good for certain things that you want to do, like web browsing. But as far as trying to do like any type of YouTube, I have my stuff. OneStream Live tells me off all the time for having a wireless. And of course, I have all these jets flying overhead because I live so close to an air base here in Virginia Beach. And so I'm sure my wireless gets interrupted. So I try to take off the firewall while I'm streaming in the hopes that I have less interruption created and that it slightly improves, and try to clear out cookies and whatever I can do to try to clear out the stream. But good old Tim, you know, he got to crank out these videos. And he gets the same number of views no matter what. So now we're going to get the laundromat. Keep going, Timmy.
That's the least of my problems. And then I made this simple fix. I put it on 1080p, or actually I went to iMovie where I'd already put the movie in there at 4K. Okay. I recorded in 4K, 30 frames per second. But in iMovie, before you upload it, you can, I don't know, change the resolution or something like that without boring you. And so I did that. And then, I mean, it wasn't 10 minutes. That video went up. That's why it's up this morning. So I should be able to get up all my fireside chats, my evening chats, my morning chats, starting now, including this video right here, which is being uploaded, recorded in 18 high definition 1080p at 60 frames per second. So I'm across the road here, and there's a public shopping center that's nice, big open area over there. I'll walk around and walk and get my steps in, and walking up and down the Tamiami Trail here. Anyway, that's probably going to help me out quite a bit on getting these videos up. So I'm really excited about it. And I'm also very excited to be able to look at this phone, see myself clearly in a blue shirt and a big screen with the color already put on there. Oh, am I glad to be using an iPhone. So cool.
Don't worry. I can only have it with the plan that I have, and I really want to get the jingle jangle Christmas music. But, you know, obviously we need some tiny violins playing in here. You know, that violin music, you know, that everyone has playing when somebody's really, like, complaining. Oh, my goodness. He is just having the tough time this Christmas. This is very different from Christmas a couple of years ago. Maybe, you know, just to celebrate through the holidays, maybe we'll do a retro react to how happy it had been a couple of Christmases ago when he was like having the best YouTube experience of his life. And there are a lot of creators who have kind of moderately successful YouTube channels. And that means that, you know, maybe their subscriber base sits, you know, Amberlynn Reed is probably one of the highest. Now, the girls have been all getting demonetized. I have other videos of that. Not everybody's interested in the girl world content. I do a little bit of everything because I'm a reactive channel. A lot of these people talk around topics of health because they vlog their lives, and health often comes into it. We know it does with Timmy. Obviously, just to put out a disclaimer, I am a registered nurse. Everyone probably knows that. How do you know someone's a nurse? They'll tell you in the first 10 minutes. But obviously, I just let you know, just obviously for anybody who is new to the channel, just to know that anything I do speak about medically, even though it is my opinion and educational purposes only, it is coming from decades of being in the industry. And obviously having experience and still studying as a nurse educator, and, you know, studying in order to teach either patients, the community, other new nurses who are training to be nurses, want to be nurses, you name it. It depends on which area I decide, if I ever do decide to go into that. But patient education always happens when you are doing any type of or caregiver, family, loved ones, you name it. So yeah. Tim, on the other hand, he's really going on about the fact somebody, I don't know if it's who's else has been talking about him regurgitating his content, because he is just going off about it. Oh, he's on a tear.
And people here on Tammy Trail are like, what's he doing? Walking around looking at his phone. So I got to cross the street. I didn't want to do a crosswalk. I want to jaywalk. There's a long wait there. And you got to go when they're going good around here. So another beautiful day, 60 degrees about right now. I'm wearing short pants, short sleeve shirt, tennis shoes, basically summer wear. I got a million cars coming. I'm trying to get this damn noise. Let me pause it and get on the other side of the road. All right, I made it safe and sound. Too many people in our country. Too many people in Bradenton. Too many people everywhere I go. Crazy. Just think about how many people we got in this country. It's ridiculous. You can travel and end up over in a big city in California or, Vegas, Houston, Dallas. Right now, this very hour, they're sitting there in a grid. A gridlock. All of these people, all wanting the same thing, a G.I. Joe for Christmas and the new Christmas tree. Isn't that funny? We're all different, but we're all the same certain times of the year. What we want, what we're doing. I'm going to walk down this way. It's kind of quiet looking. Get some steps in.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're getting to see all this. Okay, everyone. I just put out a poll asking, and I didn't word it very well. So I do apologize. Will Tim set up a P.O. box for this Christmas for blessings? Is Tim going to set up a P.O. box this Christmas for blessings? He didn't get it together last Christmas. He spoke about it. It was a good question, Dr. Falcon. Let's put it to the community. And we'll just keep this poll running. Let's see how many people we can get to participate. Give me a couple of likes. Send me up the algorithm. And let people know that we are here. And we are joining Tim. And we are going to join him in his fireside chat. But since he left out this morning walk, let's go in and take a look. It was only 8 minutes. Hey, Chris, come on in. Hey. So he wants vendor maybe gift cards and stuff. We don't know. We haven't seen him advertise a P.O. box yet. He says that people that I guess email him, he maybe lets them know his address, or I know his address in Bradenton. They don't seem to know his actual slab number, if that's what it's referred to. I know he hates me saying that. I'm just being I'm just getting under Tim's skin.
I got my timer set on 15 minutes. And the way to make it accurate is to follow back the exact same path you took. So it makes up the same equal time. I don't want sitting there looking at some pot washing machine with 5 minutes to go.
Oh, God.
I've done that before. Anyways, a new Publix right here that took 2 years to build. It was a Publix. They tore it down, built a new Publix.
Do you have a mishmash of like nice things and then things that were horrendous? I'm sure it happens. People are wild, and Tim is one of these individuals that people are either going to absolutely love him and he'll have this hardcore fan base, or people liked him and then he was just rude and then it's like, oh yeah, check out of that. Or he is, just he's all over the place. But he is unhappy this Christmas. Like I said, we need to go back and look at some Christmases past. And if you missed it and you go back to the beginning of this video, check out how I made Tim's Christmas lights and the RV park look so much better, because I found some way to get Christmas music and be able to do it under Creative Commons attributions here at YouTube. I'm giving you tips, Tim. And you have to let it known in the video that you have done that with the music. And then you don't have to buy the license, but you just have to make sure you put it in your description box as I did. I put it underneath the video when the music was playing with all the comments that you've probably scrubbed away from your channel. You know how he goes. So yeah, I made it so much better, Tim. And I now have the jingle jangle Christmassy music for the rest of the holiday season. And if I want to, change out the wonderful comments that you scrub and delete from your channel along with that happy Christmas music, I think that might be happening. Because Tim, unlike you, I can figure out technology. I can make a video like this. I can drop my dog off at the dentist. I can work pretty much a full-time job as a registered pediatric nurse. I'm also in grad school, and I can probably hope. My goal is to live miss every day now until Christmas, and if I make it to New Year's Eve, even better, because I'm taking off a little time around Christmas too, and finish out my grad school class. I got you, Tim. I'm telling you, I can get more done than you, mate. And I'm only a few years younger. You don't know how these nurses can roll.
They said they were just going to renovate it, but they ended up basically making a whole new one. Here's a duck pond. They try to keep them in there with the fence right here on the road, but what they do, they fly over, obviously, and they make a mess. There's usually over here, you might even see some. I mean, there's just families of them in there.
I wonder if the horrible things were gift cards, because he got lots of really nice gift cards. And if they were ones that he didn't like, there are websites where you can trade those in. I'm sure he did. I mean, Tim is he is so funny because he's so cheap in some areas with his money. And then he's so ridiculously not making any wise financial decisions in others. Because his decision to get that motorcycle was absolutely asinine.
I mean, the most swans, ducks, mallards.
Well, let's we take a look. Let's stop walking. Let's walk.
That's right. That's
look at him.
There's some kind of geese. That's the mascot bird for Wawa gas stations. So today, get this laundry done. I get on that motor, take a little ride. Not going to be worrying about hanging a camera around my neck or on my helmet. I'm just going to ride, man. And what I do have that's really cool is that intercom system in the bike. Remember the problems I was having with that, with like Bluetoothing everything? That's just to get the maps going on the, it has its own maps. It's just to get the Apple CarPlay to work.
And the whole time Tim riding that motorcycle, he's going to be thinking to himself, how do I get my channel to get back at views again? Because he is scrambling, He's scrambling to figure out a way to up his channel views. He doesn't have fun with his channel. I have fun with my channel. This channel, obviously, he had made the decision, which, like I was saying, if you're a moderate creator, because there's a lot of people who've recently lost monetization. And there have been rumors, and I don't know if this is true or not, that there have been millions of YouTube channels, because there are so many. So I am so blessed and happy that you guys found me. Let me do the little love hearts or whatever people do, because it is like, it really feels like a lottery. And if you find content and create a community, I think that's why I love live streaming, because I really have a blast. I really do feel like a sense that I have a community, and it's a whole different experience. I love making the videos too, because it's a different reward in the creative sense. But for somebody like me, live streaming is like one of the things that I love to do. And I'm just letting everyone know today I went early because Roscoe's at the dentist, and otherwise I would be being at other more wild times. People said things probably done, so you didn't want. That's true. Make sure you just give me a like. That's all I need. He thought the Honda was going to boost him. Well, that's the thing. And Tim is just, he did not figure out right from the beginning what was his niche. He has been in every type of specialty that there's been. And the thing with YouTube, and I think how people have an anticipation with their creators, is if you delve into your thing that you do, then you are probably, you better kind of like become the subject matter expert in that particular thing. So if you're somebody who's going to be doing lifestyle vlogs, you should be creating the most interesting and best type of lifestyle vlogs that you have. If you're going to be talking about retirement and Social Security, and that's how people found your content and gave you the millions of views, why ever really, come off of that primary niche? Because that's what your audience expected. And that's how audiences grow. For example, and I always mention this is because the one that comes up the most in my feed, Dr. Ed Weir. He specializes in Medicare and Social Security and everything to do with that. And he does a lot of live streaming, and that's kind of his niche, and his audience is massive. And so he has obviously exceeded the 100,000 mark. He has thousands of people in his live streams daily, especially because he deals with topics, because he's a subject matter expert. And so he knew what his niche was, and he stuck to it. Myself, I know that sometimes my live streaming, and I try to stay within topics around health and social media and people whatever, but I try to stick, at least for the most part, into what is my subject matter expertise, because that means I can continue to create a stream of content. And if it means making reaction to creators, then that's, but he's done from the beginning. When he started his channel, it was gun content, and it was car detailing, and then it was him living. When he did that Social Security, that's when he kind of hit it out the ballpark. A lot more people were at home, and he fit that niche of, if I want to kind of retire a little bit early, then how do I do it? And he was trying to show it, like, if I kind of messed up, I hadn't saved for retirement, I'm living a simple life. But then his true colors have come out as to how narcissistic he is, how kind of superficial that he is. Like, everything that he has gained in money, he just blows through it. He just blows through it. He doesn't kind of think about particularly what the longer picture is in his life. And now I think he's getting a little bit at a place where he has relied on the fact this YouTube channel was just going to blow up. And I think for somebody who is, getting older, and he's making like, I think he's just, oh my gosh, it's just his approach went all over the place. Thank you, Angela. Says Anna, sorry, gosh, my glasses. I got the light over here. Totally agree. He is all over the place. Needs to find a niche. Yeah, he does. He needs to find a niche. Sorry, my light, I have to kind of move it in a weird direction so it doesn't show up in my glasses. Makes me look like Foodie trying to read. Yeah. So Sharon says here, let me make sure I can show this one. Says he mentioned when he returned to Sarasota, he was on his mind to get Amazon link going. It was his biggest money maker. Well, he just complained, as we know, in his part 3 of his morning chat, that his Amazon money has dried up. And a lot of these creators are complaining that they are losing money. A lot of people I know in Girl World have been demonetized, and the creators that people make commentary around are the ones that have been demonetized. And so there are a whole other host of reaction channels who make reaction content around those creators. The difference is, as a reaction channel like my own, is we find other people on the platform that we can make content or other topics, or this for me, it's a healthcare provider. If the audience is interested, and and the idea is, if you grow, you maybe have different things, because maybe not everybody wants to watch you every day. So I'm kind of doing a Tim live one day and a Girl World live the other days. And I'm kind of meeting all of the different audiences that I have grown and developed, and all talk around topics of health or aging and things that I have expertise and experience in. And not my horn, but it just means that I kind of when I developed my channel, I really kind of made sure I sat down and really thought, how can I make sure this channel can keep growing and my audience can remain interested in the content? And because that's the key. And Tim is running out of ideas. I mean, to the point we see coffee boiling and he can't even take the time to find Christmas music. Jeez. Anyway, Tammy set up trailer with cards and probably made a tons of money. Well, they got all those gift cards. I mean, they were rolling in it. We're going to go back. And you know what, Sharon? I think what we're going to do, we're going to do our Am I back? Am I back? Oh my gosh. Am I back? Am I back? Oh my gosh. I cannot with this Jets and this wireless. All right, guys. This is what happens when, because I set it up in the living room because my spare room is like storage. Can you see me now? He's gotten stale. Am I back? I don't even know if I'm back. Gosh, can somebody let me know in the chat if you can see me? Jeez, me trying to get. It's a job. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, thank you, God. I tell you, I know what it is that I live right next to Oceana Air Base. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I wanted to move away from Virginia Beach. And I got this Verizon wireless, and it's $50 a month. And it just doesn't like these streaming services want you be on a connected Ethernet. Who has that in their home anymore? So, oh, it's just a nightmare in the daytime sometimes because everything and its mother, the landscapers are out here. Someone's taking down a tree. Just like, God almighty. This thing has been acting up. It's supposedly, and StreamYard is ridiculously expensive now. It's something like, what is it? Oh, I'm sounding like Timmy now. All right, shut up, Ray. Oh, I'm just tired. They've been giving me so many technical difficulties recently, though. Oh, they really have. Okay. More than I used to have. And I think it's simple. Oh, I hear you with the community. Oh my goodness. See, there's all this stuff that you have to set up that takes time. That's just, that's why it irritates me. But I don't want to feel as irritated as Timmy. But it's been happening a lot more recently than ever before, and I don't know what's up. So I feel like complaining to Verizon because I feel like they are more unstable. And they were good for a while. So anyway. All right, Timmy, take it away. Am I here? Let me see what it looks like on the screen. Oh, kind of like that. We like it this way. And I don't have all my other stuff sharing anyway. Okay, I'll do that while Tim talks. Because I wanted to share my jingle music. Now I'm going to have to upload everything again. Gosh damn, the jets are going. We must be headed to war.
And the most swans, ducks, mallards, wawas. That's right. That's the, there's some kind of geese. That's the mascot bird for Wawa gas stations. So today, get this laundry done. I get on that motor, take a little ride. Not going to be worried about hanging a camera around my neck or on my helmet. I'm just going to ride, man. And what I do have that's really cool is that intercom system in the bike. Remember the problems I was having with that, with like Bluetoothing everything? That's just to get the maps going on the, it has its own maps. It's just to get the Apple CarPlay to work. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Bluetooth my helmet to my iPhone. The iPhone has a little handle, a little spot that it can hang on the handlebar there, and I can touch it. But once I put on some music and
yeah, Timmy doesn't actually enjoy YouTube. Timmy enjoys YouTube money or buy me a coffee money or Amazon link money. He enjoys minimal effort money, like $52,400 in the IDL loan money. Anything that doesn't take Tim any time or effort, Tim loves that money. Tim has to work for his money like I have to, trying to battle like what sounds like World War III above my head. Jesus, they must be training. Oh my gosh. See, I'm not home in the daytime most days of the week, so I'm not hearing this. This is why I wanted to move from the oceanfront Virginia Beach. It does frame my nerves.
just tell Apple Music, which I have free for 3 months for the purchase of this new phone. I can play albums or an artist, whatever I want. And just, what in the world? All these ducks are coming out. All these kids run them off. So anyway, I'll have music and stuff to hear while I'm.
Yes, Tim had a little bit of time, I guess, where his channel was monetized and he was probably just making minimal, average. Because some of his videos before did pretty good. Now that could be people went back and watched his videos and he got it that way, like some of his older content. And that wasn't originally how many views. But yeah, he got really spoiled. I mean, he was just putting out, he could, a few years back, especially when people were home, he could put out a video like this and get 20, 30,000 views. That's such, and put 4 or 5 out a day, laughing all the way to the bank with Miss Tammy, having the best time ever. And he squandered his money. And that's what a lot of these folks do. It seems that some of these folks who have these platforms have either understood that you better tuck some money away and make some really smart decisions. And also, if this is going to be your sole source of income, you better be able to figure out other ways to create income streams from your channel. Tim thinks he's going to be like clear value tax. I mean, he's been out here and you can't be like that. I think he just thought this gravy train would never end. I think he just thought he could come out and literally say anything. And the problem is as his views kind of fell, he just would just crank out more and more videos to really try to milk as much money from the algorithm as possible. I mean, just insanity. And he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars from this platform. So he's made quite a fair amount of money that would put most of us in pretty good stead. But he squandered it on he has to have everything new. There's something, he's pathological about having new stuff, and he doesn't want to repair it. He doesn't want to keep it. It's just like a pathology. It is something that he does to fulfill something. And this is just my opinion. I'm not diagnosing him. He does it to fulfill some type of need that he's not getting somehow in himself. Something, you know, where he feels missing, if you know what I mean.
Riding, and that'll be cool. So that's my plan.
Oh, hey,
And then
good morning.
I need to go on a trip with it. That's what I need to do. And these ducks are everywhere, flying around. There's walking around the parking lot. So
I don't know if you caught the intro where I played some Christmas music along with some of Tim's comments that he probably scrubbed off his channel to make sure that his Christmas light video could be a little bit more exciting, because it was just lights, no music. I mean, you can't even bother to put some Christmas music in there and trying to figure out. You can get free music, Tim. Just got to it took me less than an hour to do all of that. Figure it out, put it in an iMovie, make a little video, upload a couple of your comments that you scrubbed that I've kind of saved on my phone over the last couple of days, and make it and create something that goes along with your Christmas tree that we can use all throughout Christmas now, and we can keep changing the comments. Doesn't take that much, Tim. He did one thumbnail one day. He just can't keep it up. You know, you got to stay consistent, Tim. It's you know, and you are blessed when you get this YouTube monetization. It is a blessing to gain a community. It really is. I feel blessed. I don't have a huge one, and I know other people would tease me for my little community or whatever, but I get as many views on my live streams on this as you do on one of your videos, and I have less than 3,800 subscribers, and you have, Tim, over 67,000. So that just tells you that my ratio to my content is so much more entertaining than yours. Which is crazy.
I was thinking about last night's fireside chat. You know, the coffee pot thing, forget those things. I made 2 pots of coffee this morning in my automatic drip maker. And because of the coffee percolator deal, I literally made 1 pot that was a little off because I was trying to use the formula that the percolator had. Then I just went back to what I've been doing, and I had the best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. Believe me, it was good. And I got some new creamer and everything.
Well, make sure you go back at the start of the video to everybody who's just joined us. And I'll make sure I play it again in a second. The little bit of Christmas music with Tim's comments. We won't do the whole thing because we played it a couple of times because I made sure to improve Tim's Christmas lights video. You're welcome, Tim.
It's back to normal. You know, I'm
You're
videoing right now. I feel good about it.
Okay.
I'm going to upload it on a good high resolution, but not ultra high. It's going to be up for you guys soon. This will be just another multiple video vlogging as I walk around and just live my life, show you guys a few things. Anyway, let me get this one up.
Editing.
I'm thinking that I might
Tim.
want to go in here and visit the facilities and Targets or the Publix over here.
Why are you telling us you're going to blow up a toilet in a retail outlet? Why do we have to know that Tim is about to use the facilities? This is Tim's morning walk. He just uploaded it about 8 minutes ago, so we're sniping it, sort of, just to irritate Tim. And just because, and Merry Christmas, everybody. Yep, we've got the Christmas vibe going on here, accompanied by some of probably Tim's scrubbed comments from his videos. And we're watching him talk about his coffee percolator. And Tim's going to make some confessions, guys, on this fireside chat from last night. And he's just, you know, this is a This is a blind react to his morning walk. We should take a look at the comments.
Since it's so close to me, before I got to go back and switch my laundry over and get it cooking into the dryer. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys a little bit. Crush it.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's take a look at your comments, Tim. All right, let's see. So they say over here, this video looked good on my PC. Why do we have to see all this? Not too bad. You feel better once you get back to working consistently and eating properly. Those camera gimmicks, morning fireside chat. Oh, same old Tim. Okay, let's get back over. And we're going to actually look at Tim's fireside chat. And while I get that set up, we're going to listen. We're actually going to get people a chance to catch up with some of his comments. All right, guys, we are back and ready for his fireside chat. The wine with the cheese comment is still up there. I don't know whether the one that said that he was difficult to watch is still up there or not. So yes, Tim got out here and he did a fireside chat. Was just excellent. He does get some serious confessions in here, though. About how his financial situation is potentially looking for an individual who has released many a monetized video on the YouTube platform discussing having had a debt-free lifestyle. I call BS on that. And I think you can agree. If you just joined us, make sure you take a moment to answer the poll. I appreciate it. We're at 42 votes. Let's see how high we can get. If I get to over 50 votes on this poll, I'll be really stoked. And make sure you like the stream when you come on in so people can find us and join us, either if they're getting ready for work this morning in some parts of the U.S. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. Or you're catching us over lunch. However you're watching this stream, and I certainly do appreciate it. My puppy Roscoe, as you may know, is at the dentist today. And probably the scariest part of this for me is going to be the bill, which I'm expecting to be a lot of money. I am frightened because he's got some bad teeth. And so, yeah, he's going to come home on probably antibiotics, pain medication, because he had one tooth that was completely rotted. And he had also broken teeth in his mouth. So I don't know if they will need to be extracted. He had a bunch of stuff that he also has, looks like a little growth. So that may possibly need to be worked on his upper area that wasn't growing at all. And obviously, we were monitoring it and waiting for him. He did gain weight. He was 59.2 pounds. So he has gained over 12 pounds since I've had him adopted in July. So that's pretty good. That means he was gaining over 2 pounds a month, which is good, consistent weight gain. You don't ever want to just super do anything like that. You do want it slow and consistent in order to be healthy. He still has a little weight to gain, but he's pretty good. So I may have to slightly increase the amount of food that he's getting, just having known that kind of thing, because he's a much bigger dog. So yeah, the question was, and I didn't word this very well, so shame on me. It says, will Tim set up a P.O. box for this Christmas for blessings? I should have just said, will Tim set up a P.O. box this Christmas for blessings? So, but anyway. I'm not going to mess around with it. So I apologize for the sloppy English this morning. It's been a busy morning trying to get Puppy to the vet and everything. So yeah, is he going to? We're kind of at currently, the vote is 77% think he has. He hasn't spoken about it. And 23% no. I don't know. We'll find out. Jen X says, I would love to know what Tim needs to have done at the dentist and how much it would cost from an old-fashioned ethical dentist, not one of today's rip-off artists. Yeah. And they have there was a dentist that I have seen that does very cost-effective work because he knows dentists can be very expensive, and they are in Florida. So he has options to do things, but he rather research Honda Gold Wings. Anytime that Sarasota Tim gets on a tear on YouTube, he's going to buy whatever he watches. Okay, let's listen because we got a lot to react to.
I got my flip-flops on, and
Oh, great.
I haven't been paying attention to the weather, but we're going to have a couple of, well, tonight I think is actually the only night. Then we have 2 or 3 days, and then it's going to be 50s again at night, and highs only in the lower 70s. I mean,
and I wanted to thank Texman too for sending a very generous coffee donation, and Sharon sent a very nice coffee donation, and all of you who have recently sent. I hope I'm getting everybody. There might have been some other folks, but I know that Texman 2 also sent a very nice coffee donation. So thank you guys so much for that. Let's treats for the puppies, and they say thank you so much.
I have to buy some, sure enough, or get my long hand out when I ride the motor scooter. And so I got a lot of stuff to fill in tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining me. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back, and hit the subscribe button, the follow button. Anyway, for about a week, seems like a month, I have been out of the loop. I tried to self-train through AI and YouTube, through tutorials of educating myself about photography, and I'm out. I'm out. Everything's gone. I returned everything. I don't want it. I'm never doing it again. When you can't.
That's why Serial Returner was one of the top 3 turkeys of Tim's year. Obviously, it became far behind Bev and him not caring about her cancer diagnosis and scrubbing any well wishes for her. And obviously, the lack of any empathy towards Johnny Vegas and potentially, and just literally stealing off of his golf clubs. I think we're stealing the golf clubs, and along with that is just the constant serial returning, because it costs us all money. And for us as consumers, at the end of the day, the retailer is going to figure out how much they need to add on to the cost to offset this. And Tim's like, oh, just listen, because he's going to say he doesn't watch, okay, any of the hater channels, because he was going off the other day. But listen to what he says. And if you've been watching any of our content, any of the reaction channels, Miss Vicky, Dinga, because we all talk about these things, Darling, listen to what he says here, and you'll know that he watches us, because unless it's people in his comment section, which I don't think.
Simply pick up a very high quality mobile device like an Android or an iPhone that takes beautiful pictures and video, that's already got the color in, or TikTok or whatever you might want to put a video on, completely bypassing.
I think I have him at 1.25. Maybe we could put him to 1.5. Sometimes if I put him in 1.5, it's 1.25, believe it or not. He sounds this slow. Let me see 1.5. Might be too fast.
Putting it on another computer or laptop.
Oh yeah, 1.5 sounds fine. We're going to 1.5. It'll get us through this video so much faster. 1.5, and he still sounds slow. Lord, he's really milking for time on this channel. Tim.
Top, and then color correcting it, adding the color, changing the audio, taking the clips out, and then putting it back on your phone, and then uploading it to YouTube. Forget it. You never realized it was going to be so complicated. And as many times as I loved that camera and the possibilities and a lot of things that this phone can't do. Like
that's a really good recommendation, Gail. And then he can make content about what he learned afterwards, actually having had an actual class, other than like just trying to watch a bunch of YouTube videos. He's obviously maybe a visual learner. Everyone has their own particular style of learning. Some folks are kinesthetic and they're hands-on. And I think it's something like an Apple tutorial, one of those. They'll have you with your devices. So it would be a hands-on along with somebody with expertise. But that's the difficulty, I think, Gail, is that Tim is happy to watch other people because he's not only watching to learn, but he's getting ideas as to how he could potentially also turn that into his own YouTube content and make money, because he needs to make money to supplement his retirement. It is not inexpensive to be here in the United States. He cannot support himself, even if it were $1,700 a month on his Social Security and any savings that he had, because we know how he blows through money. He just spent 20. I mean, we can see everything that Tim has spent his money on is sitting right here, except we don't see the motorbike. We don't see the motorbike. We don't see the golf clubs one day. We'll know he pawned off Johnny Vegas's golf clubs without a care in the world. But he still thinks he can get some content out of those things. But, you know, as soon as he figures out, and he's a hoarder, saying he's a minimalist, he just collects stuff all in shops. And he's bought so many pairs of pants and how many pairs of $100 plus running shoes, thousands of dollars in shoes. I don't spend thousands of dollars in shoes over a period of probably 5 to 10 years. I mean, it's insanity. I mean, and I buy nice quality shoes. I buy a couple of pairs a year that I need. And that's it. I don't buy 4 or 5 pairs of shoes the way he does. You know, I think most of us, you know, unless you really have that type of affluent lifestyle, and there's a reason. Most people who also have a lot of money, they don't waste their money. A lot of these folks, you know, that's a nouveau riche thing to do. Tim is like screams nouveau riche, as we call it. You know, he doesn't have old money habits. And so he can't be sitting out here screaming out the poverty, you know, stuff. But his YouTube earnings, you know, he still makes decent money. But if it goes down and he's just not getting the traction and he starts to lose his eyesight and stuff, because he's going to be getting older and needing to have health care.
Water and all that. Likely I wouldn't have done that anyway.
Can't teach this to retirement
off of ramps and, you know, snorkeling and whatever. It's an action camera. I didn't particularly like the curvature of the side view. No matter, even if you put it on standard, it still had some kind of a wider, like 100.
Now, is that across the board, even if you have an Advantage plan? Because he doesn't take traditional Medicare. Tim is only on the free. Now, is that what they would take if you were supposedly getting Medicare Advantage? I don't watch for these things because obviously I'm not quite at that age yet. When I'm a little bit closer, obviously, who knows where we'll be. So I'll try to learn for it for then. But at the moment, you know, I'm not sure. And obviously, you know, Tim did his videos and he obviously realized he wasn't getting anywhere with talking. And he's not very interested or passionate about these topics. So there's only so many videos. And if he's not getting like, you know, 10,000 plus views on the video, he probably thinks, yeah, I'm done, you know. And the other ones like the motorbike, that's going to spike interest one time. But unless you're really somebody who's doing it and part of a larger community, and you've got obviously the photography skills and the motorcycle skills and the mechanic skills or whatever that Tim does not have. Tim just wants stuff brand new and out the box and usable. Doesn't want to fix anything. So that's not going to be his channel. He's not patient to learn.
55-degree
anyway,
wide view. And then if you put it on wide or ultra wide, it looked ridiculous.
Hi.
But all that editing, it drove me nuts. I literally have lost sleep and lost my regular life of putting my videos up multiple times a day, and wherever I go, I pull it right out of my pocket, my iPhone, and you know, I've got this new one, this iPhone 17, And I got involved. And why? All because I bought a motorcycle, and I started watching some YouTube videos about Honda Gold Wings and learning about some of the new features and how to change the oil on it and all that. And as I was watching that, I kept seeing people with these cameras hooked to their chin on their helmet or on their handlebars. There's a guy that sells a lot of stuff for Gold Wings in Georgia, and it was all about to do with all about those accessories I was buying. And then that just,
and he's looking at the view counts, and he's thinking, because he knows what money he makes on YouTube, wow, these guys have got to be making all this money, and they're getting all this stuff probably sent by these companies to have and try. He knows. He's done YouTube for long enough. He knows. He's trying to figure out. He loves to ride motorbikes and stuff. But Tim, you're losing your eyesight. I really just don't think that the motorcycle direction was the direction you wanted to take, as much as you love motorcycles. And I don't think that was what the original audience, because you had stuff about your truck that you got with EIDL money, because Darling did a great video about how he managed to upgrade when he had the EIDL from the leased vehicle over to the whatever that red one. I can't remember all the vehicles he's at. That one, the 4Runner, or whatever it was. Honda was it a 4Runner? The red one. Anyway, the one that he was actually able to buy because he is leasing. His lifestyle, I mean, his lifestyle has ticked up enormously. He is probably petrified to lose anything from YouTube. And that's why he gets so angry at the hater channels, because he knows that we potentially highlight his more problematic sides. And he doesn't want that shown. You know, he wants to get his Griff keep on going. Griff miss time.
Tag one thing to the next. The next thing I know, there's all these guys that are showing their accessories, but they're also showing them riding. So I said, hey, that'd be kind of a cool idea. Let me ride my motorcycle and video.
Yeah.
Now, I don't live in here, North Carolina or South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, for all these wonderful canyons of California, where all these wonderful twisties and beautiful rides are with, not cars in front of me and just videoing taillights. But nobody could tell me. So I bought it. And then at first I tried the iPhone, remember? Around my neck with that.
That's about the most honest thing that you said, Tim, is that nobody can tell you. That's why it would be great if he could go to an Apple store, because I did that when I got, I think, one of my computers. I made an appointment to go and hang out and take a look at stuff. Need to, since I've been using Apple products for quite some time now and have been using computers and technology since I was a teenager. I've been very fortunate that I have had access and been able to do that. And now in my 50s, I've had 40 plus years working with was it 40? Well, at least I was at least 15 or 16 when I had first had like a home computer type thing. So that's about 40 years. And then having my first like mobile phone in the early 90s. And so I've had, phones for 30 some years and seen the technology advance along with that. So I, on my whole, despite having wireless issues, but any streamer has problems with, their connectivity issues and complain about it. So I'm not the only one. But yeah, for the most part, but Tim is just, oh my gosh, wasting so much money. Look at all this money. He did buy the camper. I mean, at least he took some of the taxpayers' money and invested it into something. But he's wasted so much money too. And then oh my gosh, this video gets wild. Keep going, Tim.
The point.
Keep telling on yourself.
Point of view. And that's for like showing, I'm in the ghetto.
Uh-oh.
Also, my mic, that one part was dead. I was going to mic up for you, but the microphone's dead.
Every time he gets a siren going, he talks about living in the ghetto. But you know what, Tim? There's places around the globe that would love to have access to the police. So you know what? Yeah, some things are not great at the moment, but it's not totally a ghetto. Do you know what I mean? Be realistic.
Bought a new microphone, a new camera, a new selfie stick, the sunglasses, lenses that go on there. And that was another thing. Okay, you take the camera out. You're like, okay, hold it. I'm outside. I got to change the ISO and the shutter speed. Wait a minute, it's really sunny, so I got to put.
But the problem is that he doesn't want to learn from anybody. That's why he just sits and watches YouTube videos and then regurgitates what he talks about in a minute anyway. Regurgitates stuff out Because in reality, because that way he can watch it and he can do whatever he wants without the person really telling him that he's doing it incorrectly. That's why Tim has got so few people in his life. That's why his relationships have fractured, because people have told him what to do. I think with JJ, why he got upset with JJ, it happened to coincide with the time not only with Bev's diagnosis. We hope Bev and JJ and everyone's doing great. And we want to extend Miss Vicky lost her cat. Her cat passed away. So we're condolences to Miss. I know. This is, we're so sorry for everybody. You know, Christmas is a time for everything. Giving, loving, caring, you know, however you want to express it, you know. Tim is certainly receiving. You don't like the giving part. But anyway, I digress and I went all over the place. But yeah, Tim is a miserable soul. Anyway, I got to keep track of my thoughts. Tired. Uh-oh, Tim, what happened? Come on, what happened?
The 16, the 32, or the 64 darkness sunglasses lens on there. Screw one off, screw another one on, change the ISO, change the shutter speed, and then go to videoing. Versus whipping out my iPhone, press record, put it on a selfie stick.
As I said, he just doesn't want anyone to teach him. He get mad. That's why he doesn't have JJ around. Oh, that's right. That's why I get back to JJ. Let him know that he didn't like the video he recorded, I believe, around the and I wish I sniped that video down, when he recorded the pet store that was selling dogs that had come from puppy farms. And JJ had called him out about showing an unethical business in his, you know, and I would agree. You don't want to get puppies from those places. One, the puppies are sick, and two, you don't want to support anyone who's doing these like industrial puppy breeding farms. You know, like Sunnydale, I think, is one of the big ones. You know, they give all these cute names. It's just basically a puppy mill. And so Tim was basically showing a retailer that had a storefront for puppy mill puppies. And JJ said, look, please don't advertise that business. You know, it's really not cool. And I guess, you know, people called him out in the comment section about it too. Tim got real angry about it, took it down. I think kind of after that, he kind of got pee-peed at JJ. Even though JJ would open up his home and all this other stuff, and Tim was like, you know, probably fantasizing he was living JJ's life. You know, Tim would like to be JJ or Teddy any day of the week. Tim would rather be those two gentlemen than himself. Tim hates being Tim. Tim is miserably being Tim, I promise you. But he's such a narcissist too, that in some ways it's like he's, you know, jealous of others, but, you know, he also thinks he's the best thing on the planet.
What was I thinking?
I'll
tell you what it was. Again, it was about the motorcycle. And when the thing I was wearing here pretty much only showed the dash of the motorcycle and the windshield, I said, oh, I got to get the phone up higher, but I didn't want the wind, you know, pretty good sized phone, to blow it off. And there's nothing, everything that's made for recording on a motorcycle in the wind is a GoPro or a DJI action camera, not phones. Walking around is one thing, in your camper, in your home, regular vlogging, that's different. So I thought I had to be this moto vlogger, and my channel's not about that. So anyway.
No, it's not. And everybody was trying to figure out, and even Fred probably said something to you, but you don't want to ruin your friendship with Fred, because Fred, you know, has been an old friend, and he kind of tolerates you, Tim, and kind of knows you, because Teddy and Jolene, they're gone. When Tim showed up on their property and uninvited, because I believe he was not invited to their property, in my opinion, because Teddy looked irritated when he showed up with that camera going and stuff. I still wonder who on that Easter trip punched you in the eye, Tim, because somebody got fed up with you on that trip when you went down to Boynton Beach and punched you in the eye.
Long story short,
I'd love to know who punched you in the eye,
videos today. That's why you haven't heard from me. And,
the
and
great
I started out this
mystery.
morning
Oh, thank you, Taxman, too.
with that was an iPhone video. I said, you're not going to put videos up with this new camera? So I sat there to make a morning chat video.
My friend got a foreclosed home and a short sale or foreclosure up in Chicago in a pretty nice little neighborhood out in Skokie, and just outside of Chicago. And very nice little, you know, real neighborhood, nice house. She redid out the basement. She fought hard on that foreclosure, did so much paper. It was a lot of paperwork. I think she got it for just under 300,000, which is a steal up in that area. She had another apartment that she sold. So I'm sure he did, because there was a time, if you hit that market right after the recession, and was it probably 2010, 2011, around that time, and 2009, all that era when people were having a lot of foreclosures in Florida. If he bought in that time, yeah, you were going to get some homes at some, especially at some very good prices. And so he, though, had the opportunity to do the exact same. But Tim I think, doesn't want to be tied down to anything, because he wants things that are spanking new. And he doesn't want to take the responsibility. And he can't just return a house like that. Look how quickly he got rid of the Honda. I promise you that Goldwing's not going to be around for long. If he could, I'd be curious to know. We need to double check. I have some information about that Goldwing. We need to check and see if he's got that thing listed in Auto Trader. Because I bet you anything he's trying to sell that thing. He says he's going to ride it. It promise you the new year, if Tim's finances get tight, that bike's going.
And again, you look at the camera when you push record, and it looks dark.
Tammy gave him a black eye.
Settings,
Tammy, I don't think was there.
exposure,
Tammy was away.
The stabilization, all these settings.
Tammy wasn't with Tim at the time. Tammy was out of town with her family. It was somebody else. Tim was in Boynton Beach alone. So it was either Teddy, the guy who was there with Teddy, or his son, Christopher. One of these folks gave him a black eye. Somebody gave him a black eye, because it wasn't from him doing preacher seats.
Now they do have automatic. Here, just push this one and this one.
That's
and it should just be set. And it will. I thought, well, dang, if I do that, a video with brilliant color. So I sat there this morning after I did the little Christmas light video I put up.
And I bought my property before the market went up exponentially. So I got one of the last houses or condos on this property for less than $85,000. I paid $82,900 for my condo at the time, or $82,500 or something like that. I paid only $20-some thousand more for my condo than Tim paid for his truck. And I mean, it's only 22 years ago that I did that. The difference is that Tim's truck is probably worth $40,000, whereas my condo is worth closer to $280,000. So it's just a slight difference as to where it, the appreciation goes. There you go. So yeah, just, and we got very fortunate. We did get fortunate, but we understood, but that also takes a certain amount of, it's luck, but it's also maintaining. Because I had times when I owned this home that I had to go through recessions, and I had seen other people not maintain their homes, and I managed to keep mine. I was very fortunate at the time, very fortunate. Because I lost my job.
I got AI on the phone, and I'm like, okay, what are the settings for indoor? What's the best settings? I've heard so many people on YouTube describe their settings, and I've listened to AI. And then I started having a hard time navigating the settings. One of them got stuck and was on automatic. It wouldn't be on manual. Anyway, I said, that's it. I'm out. I boxed it all up. I went on my Amazon account. I issued, I created a return. I took everything up to Whole Foods here on University, and I said, here. And so now I can just grab the old iPhone there, shoot in 4K if I want. Remember I was complaining about how long it took a video to upload sometimes? Well, I can always, the time it takes me to get the settings set on that DJI Osmo Action 4, I could ride in my truck over here to the 5G tower at Wawa, or get Wi-Fi at McDonald's and have a video up before I can get the settings set on that action camera. So
Tim is such a pro YouTuber that his videos are uploaded from the Wi-Fi at McDonald's, because he's too cheap to put a little wireless box in his house. They'll give you these boxes for free, Tim. It's $50 a month, 5G, Verizon Wireless. And mine's hooked up with my TV and it's got my Ring cameras running because I had to get a Ring camera, and I have to have that thing with a little payment plan on my front door now because you threatened to come to Virginia Beach. So now I actually do have a camera just in case you get a wild hair in you one day. Because that one time, right in that time, you were getting real spiteful in around about April of last year. It's got all sorts of stuff. Probably got my phone connected to it at the moment. It's probably, I should probably try to shut everything off. Streaming right from it at the moment. $50 a month if you set it up from your bank account. That's it. That's all I pay. Okay? You're welcome.
And I've got things that are still coming in the mail, like the chin mount from Canada.
Why is he dragging everything
I'm
out?
going to ship that right back. I'm not going to open the box.
Because he's getting monetization. Every minute counts on YouTube. No, I mean, that's, obviously I'm a live streamer, but streaming, people are like, I can't watch 2-hour videos. I try to explain to people, it's a live stream. People don't live stream for 15 minutes unless they have like an apology video to make. If you're a reaction channel, you're live streaming, you're going to go for at least 2 hours. That's kind of like it's part of the gig. It's like, is that what streamers do? But yeah, he's dragging it out to make money.
And then I've got an SD card reader that you put in and you plug into your computer. And you take the SD card out of that camera, because if you try to do it through wireless or AirDrop, it was a long time too. Everything was an act of Congress to get the video on YouTube. So believe me, that's only half the story. So no more talking about it, no more videoing, except the thing I wear around my neck. Maybe sometime on the Gold Wing when I find a road.
And one of his subscribers gave him or sent him or bought him that camera. So nice way to say thank you to people who spent their hard-earned money to send your sorry ass something. Tim, pardon my French.
It's worth videoing and driving on to show you something. You don't have to do a voiceover, but it'll look like a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically be showing my speedometer. It's not high enough.
Yeah, I get complaints.
I'm not buying any more contraptions that mount to the handlebars or something and put my phone on there to blow off onto the ground and be out $1,100. So I'm not a vlogger. I'm not a moto vlogger. I'm Sarasota Tim the way I do it. And then
what's Sarasota Tim the way you do it?
Again, I can hear you laughing. Bro, don't fix it. Now, I have had the best cup of coffee I drink in my life every day, all day, here at the house and at McDonald's and scooters. So I bought that percolator, several years ago, and it wouldn't percolate, and I took it back. And I buy this one. I literally used all my water up, so I had to resort to spigot water. I used what left of the McDonald's coffee I had, only to make it too weak and wasn't.
It's the hardest working man on YouTube. He earns this coin, Marina. That's why you need to be subscribing, using his Amazon links.
What my grip is. Then it was all that involvement. I made a video this morning, talked all about it. I didn't put it up because it was on the Action 4 camera, and it was going to take an act of Congress and all day and go to college and get a master's degree to get it up on the radio waves, on the video waves. So I was talking about how you make this coffee and that.
Well, if I knew him as a friend and he was telling me this, I'd be laughing at them. Like, what are you doing? I promise you, I have a friend of mine. She regularly comes to me for advice. She's married to a very smart man, but she'll say, hey, I was thinking about doing this. What do you think I should do with this thing with my money? I'll be like, well, this isn't financial advice. You should talk to a fiduciary, but this would be what I would do. And I would probably talk to this person. I mean, she regularly passes it by me. I mean, and doctors. I mean, she's definitely one of these people who enjoys getting advice. She's the absolute opposite from Sarasota Tim. She loves getting advice, and from lots of different people. And most of us do. I ask people who are experts in their field. Anything to do with my car, I know exactly who to come to. Everybody has their areas, but Tim, Tim.
Percolator.
Going, Tim.
We gotta go. Boil the water, then you gotta shut it down. You gotta make sure you know when it starts percolating, so you can then start a timer of not going more than 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 7 minutes, and otherwise it gets burnt. And it was like all this work again to make a cup of coffee. And I was all about it. I get on something, man. And so I made coffee 4 times yesterday with that pot. Made 2 videos. I did put those up. And I got to sit there and is the water boiling? Is it started perking yet? Because I got to turn the water. I got to turn the stove down. Then I got to set a timer. Then I got to let it sit for a few minutes, or the grounds are gonna, they got to settle down. And let me tell you about the cleanup. Oh my God! You ever had a percolator? You take a basket of grounds. There's no filter in there, There's just the grounds. And with the automatic drip maker, you lift that little paper filter out, drop it in the trash can, and you push that button that says start, and in 6 minutes, you got a cup of coffee. Best cup of coffee you ever drank in your life. Perfect mixture. Best taste. Gold color. You got to be a science major.
Tim just like destroys his coffee because he talks about this and then he talks about nuking it in a microwave. If you go and nuke it in a microwave, Tim, you're going to ruin the coffee.
You're with the percolator and you couldn't take your eye off of it. So yesterday I burned my tongue so bad because with boiling water, it's not like the automatic drip. You take it off and it's warm.
Oh, okay.
And if you put cold milk in there, it can make you have to nuke it for about 15 seconds.
Ridge Runner, that's you. Timmy, Timmy, we were told by JJ, this is you. This is supposedly Timmy, Ridge Runner, 907. I don't know. So that's what JJ told us in a live one time. Timmy is terminally deranged. Hope that helps. So I think they're trying to... Anyway, Tim will get dumped from Amazon. Well, he said he was okay returning this stuff, but, they are keeping an eye on people. And anything over 10 to 12% returns, you start going above that return threshold, they're going to end your account, which probably means they'll take away your affiliate too, Tim. So I just double think everything. I know you love to shop, mate. You maybe have already had Walmart, flag your account. Oh, keep going, Tim, because I'm running out of time.
But when you take that percolator and you pour it, you can't drink it for 5 minutes either because it's boiling hot. And then you can burn your tongue. And for whatever reason, because the water is so much hotter, it mixes with the coffee grounds in a different way than the way it does in the automatic drip. And it goes back through over and over and over, right? It circulates the water through the little globe. And I swear the coffee tastes like it was cooked, like it was burnt. And I had this burnt feel on my tongue. I don't even want to drink coffee. If it's going to be like this. So I prepared to make a video today with that little camera, make the coffee. The coffee was taking a long time, and I couldn't get the mixture. I got the mixture. I got new McDonald's coffee. I bought a new tub of it. I got water. I bought new water. And I'm trying to do the videoing, and I'm trying to find out what the settings are for indoor. And I said, you know what? I'm done with all of this. And the 3 or 4, at least, pots of coffee I made since I bought that thing, you go and you take that basket out and you try to empty the grounds. Coffee drips all over your floor between there and the garbage can. And then you bang it in the garbage can and it's splattering everywhere. There's grounds and it smells in the trash can. And it still doesn't all come out of the basket. Then you got to run it under the sink. And it's going down to my
38-minute video. Just let me remind you, 38 minutes. We're at 16 minutes. We're not going to listen to all this. But I want to make sure we get to the part where he starts to complain about having to get a credit card. Keep going, Tim.
I drain through my RV, coffee grounds. And I said, this thing was $30. So I took it back. Of course, no problem. Took everything, the camera equipment, microphone, selfie sticks, all this stuff back to Amazon. Of course, no problem. I don't know how it's going to work. I applied for a credit card. My credit score is probably going to go down because I have another inquiry. I got this big bonus on it in Black Friday.
He's applied for another credit card. Has applied for another credit card. And he had said in the video that he dirty deleted that the monies that he had received through PPP loans and EIDL and unemployment and all the money given to him via the government collected through the U.S. taxpayer paid off other personal debt that he had had on those credit cards. And he had been able to keep those credit cards without any type of balance on them. And then he said when he had to get his teeth fixed recently that he used them in order to keep them open. So with all this money that he had, he lost 10,000 grand, at least 10,000. He will claim he didn't because He had that second Honda, the insurance, everything. He didn't need that car. He did not save a cent on gas. He lost money for the vanity of having 2 vehicles. For some reason, for a man who lives in a $30,000 RV in supposedly a bad neighborhood in Bradenton, Florida, on a slab.
Hey, the deal was an amazing deal. I probably wouldn't even have bought it if it was going to be, $600, $700, $800, and no help from a credit card application or a Black Friday offer. But I did because it was like, hey, look, we're almost giving it to you. Like the iPhone. That turned into a fiasco.
Hey, David.
Got that squared away though, and I love it. And now they got it squared away. I go and buy a camera, and I got the new camera, the best camera. You see, folks, welcome to my world. But look, live and learn, right? You live and learn. It won't be the last.
How can you be talking about wanting your subscribers to send you money through links and stuff in the Buy Me a Coffee, which is a direct donation? If somebody's using an affiliate or watching your content and they are just, watching the ads, or you also get money if you have YouTube Premium, the monies from those accounts also come to creators. So if you have 25% of your audience is watching through Premium and they are having an ad-free experience, then obviously you get a portion of those monies too. So you don't lose because your subscribers have YouTube Premium at all. So it's just interesting that, what he's trying to make sure that he, is making as much monies as he possibly can, kind of filter directly to his pocket. And, I think he's going to have some financial struggles soon. I don't know, because things are changing with YouTube, but he certainly wants people watching those ads.
Mistake I made. But I got to be honest with you, I feel a little.
Oh, Bertie!
Not sad at all.
Thank you
really,
so much.
Disappointed that
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the fan funding there. We really appreciate it. It says we love the live streams. Thank you so much. Go Junebug and Roscoe. Well, I so appreciate that. That's really so sweet of you. And Roscoe actually is at the vet at this moment. He's getting his teeth done and a couple other things. And so I was going to try to film him, but I didn't want to be late for the vets this morning. So the priority was just obviously getting him there. So, but thank you so much for that generosity. Thank you. We appreciate it. And we appreciate you enjoying the stream, and everybody here. Make sure you join in the poll too. Keep it going, Tim.
And kind of myself.
It's about 20 minutes. I don't think we'll get through it all, guys.
For my community in a week. People are probably going, where is he? What's going on? Why isn't he making 5-10 videos a day? I got so OCD. I haven't rode my motorcycle. I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't walked. And I've gotten brain damage. My eyesight's going bad because I've been watching all these YouTube videos and reading my phone while AI talks to me and looking at that. You ever seen the screen on that thing? That's another thing. When you try to do it, you look at the screen. I'm looking at the big, beautiful. I got a TV in front of me. I can see myself so clear over there, this fire. And all I got to do when I get through talking is push a button and boom, up on YouTube. Even if it takes a little while. I'm at 4K 30 now. I don't think I'm going to want to shoot video in anything less than 4K. Although it is different than the camera thing. You definitely don't want to do it with one of those cameras in 1080. But this 1080 at 60 frames is a very nice picture.
We're trying to stay awake for Tim's fireside chat. Come and join us.
I might end up doing that to get my videos up quicker because I like making videos. I like to vlog everything. And it was just so overwhelming to me that I wasn't even using it. I wasn't even carrying it around. I was like, well, I don't know what.
You like making videos. Just the day before, Tim, you complained that YouTube was a prison job and, making videos is hard work. Now you're like, which is it? And thank you for everyone who's enjoying the live streams. I'm enjoying it. We're 5 missing for Christmas. I'm giving myself a challenge, and we'll see how my voice lasts and my mental sanity from trying to juggle so much. But I'm determined, and I think it's going to give me an absolutely blast this Christmas.
To do or what the settings are. It was so, I thought I had it, and then I'd learn something else, or I'd watch another video, and I kept getting all these different numbers about 1/18,000, 1/160th. And then put your white 5500K. What are you talking about? And then my learning curve went up. I was learning about it, and then I lost it. You go to sleep, wake up the next day, you forgot everything you learned. And it's just too much. It's just way too much. Fred and Raphael think I'm a genius because I can, get their TV going for them and pretty much do whatever I need on an iPhone. I mean, I got technical skills in that way, but pretty much what everybody knows with these iPhones and things. But that camera, that photography business, I suppose it's relatively simple. Once you get the main settings done, there's really only one or two other ones that you need to constantly change depending on the cloudiness, night or day, or indoor or outdoor. But those numbers and words got so confusing to me with intermingling. I don't know which one was to make it lighter. White balance sounded like that was what it would be, but it turned out to be your ISO or your shutter speed. You're like, Tim, what are you talking about? I don't know.
And if you just found this stream, make sure you join our poll. We're asking if Tim's going to try to set up a P.O. box this Christmas or not.
I'm just regurgitating stuff I've heard and
Make sure
watched
to
for a
hit the
week.
likes.
I can't get back. Then I gained weight.
Absolutely. Everyone should still be moderators.
I've done an exercise with my carnivore diet. My whole life, folks, is back. I am back. I'm not messing around anymore. I don't know why and what. It's all because I bought the motorcycle, started watching some YouTube, and say, hey, I can be that guy. That'll help my YouTube channel. I'll get my 100,000 subscribers and get my play button flat. Some of you want to see motovlogging. Other
He thinks that motovlogging was going to get him up to his 100K subs.
could care less.
Tammy has a day
I
job.
could care less too because I even said it myself.
Yeah, she's
These guys are
totally
just video, even in the mountains. You're just showing the road. Now, it's all right. But I think that going on the bike and enjoying the bike, paying attention to my safety, and not worrying about videoing on the bike, and then hit somewhere on the bike and get off and video my bike and where I'm at, what I'm doing, the beach, the mountains, going across country, camping out, making my tent. All that's cool. But you don't need to video driving a motorcycle. So the iPhone will work. And I have all the tripods I need and everything else.
Because he's got a brand new iPhone, but he had to get a camera and he has the motorbike and he just spins. It's absolute. He just got this money in his pocket. Tim, coming, if you want, from a religious perspective, you were given many, many blessings. It seems that God blessed you with a lot, and you have frittered those blessings away. And I think there is probably, and I'm terrible. I've been to church most of my life, but I'm terrible with knowing quotations from the Bible. And which book they came from. I'm sorry. I'm just bad. But I'm sure there's someone that says you don't waste the blessings that you're giving in life. Otherwise, you'll have them taken away.
All the knowledge. So there's my story. And don't buy a percolator unless you want to get some burnt coffee and burn your tongue. And take 30 minutes to make a pot. Who's got time for that in the morning? Especially these automatic makers, you can either have it made when you wake up, or you can have it already in there and just push the button. And by the time you wash your face and hands and do your ablutions, the coffee's ready. And I do neither. I come in there and I literally pour the water in, pour the grounds in, and wait a whole 6 minutes. Because I don't think it's that big of a time.
Nothing's changed. Tim's still having a good old wine this Christmas. He's just, we could tell he's back away from, he was so much more cheerful in Georgia. Tim, maybe just move to Georgia, closer to your family. You were so much happier in Georgia, interacting with your family. You really were. Then your videos probably got better views. I don't know if your family will tolerate you filming but so often, but you seem much happier. You don't seem very happy in Florida. I know you like the beach and stuff, but you just don't seem happy. I think it's just something you should potentially consider. Just coming from, just anyway, free advice.
To walk out and push the button. Now, it would be if I knew I was going to be up at a certain time and it was already sitting there made. So because it's so simple.
Did someone gift him the money to have? I thought he did say someone gifted him the percolator or someone recommended it. Who knows? Whatever it is, you can't return it back now. You've boiled that thing and cleaned it and stuff. You've already tried to season the pot. Tim, you're going to have to just, live with the bad decision of the percolator. Why you decided that you were going to percolate coffee? He thinks he's a coffee expert. Next thing you know, you'll see a $300 cappuccino machine on his thing so he can make espresso. Jesus.
It's like the phone. It's so simple. That's why I have an Android. People buy Android phones because they can do all these different adjustments on their home screen and change the way the app icon looks. Who cares? You're going to press camera, messages, notes, but people want to be able to adjust the color and make it bigger, smaller. It's pure icon. It's childish.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned, they don't even need an icon. They just put a word on there. Message.
Oh, God.
You know, what are you supposed to sit here and enjoy the way your UI looks on your face of your phone? No. Some things in life, old school, which is this is high technology, but this is old school, is just fine. People are always trying to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to. So I can't wait. I'm gonna bring this video to an end now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff.
You get on that motorcycle tomorrow, and you'll never know. I mean, I might video when I get there, and I'll show you the bike, tell you where I went, what I'm doing, video of the beach or whatever. We'll walk down the beach. We'll walk in a flea market.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to send him to Georgia. I apologize for that. Apologies to Georgia, the state of Georgia. They say no, Tim. They don't want you in Georgia. And I say no to Virginia, too. Sure, we got some North Carolinians. I'm half North Carolinian, believe it or not. It's true. My dad was born in Washington, Beaufort County, North Carolina.
Do whatever I enjoy vlogging and talking about. Going down, walking down and seeing this Christmas lights again over on University. And the bike will get you there quick. He says, she's a wing, baby, flies. And that'll be fun for me. And I'll bring you some content. And that's the way I want to enjoy it. So.
That's the way I'm going to enjoy it.
Oh, some of you aren't disappointed that I try to be a moto vlogger. I can show a video, with the iPhone.
He's so
that thing around my neck. It wasn't
so
that bad.
He's feet.
You want to see somebody ride on a motorcycle and look at the car in front of me.
Next time we go live, which will be, I'm going to go live, probably a different creator tomorrow, just to keep the game interesting for other people. And then we'll do background to Tim Saturday, probably in the evening or so. I'll figure it out because I got some things I have to do for school, but I'll figure out morning or afternoon. We'll get it figured. Maybe I'll put a poll out and see which times people prefer. Yeah, we'll cover all that stuff. All right, keep going, Tim. Can't believe you still got 12 minutes to go.
I gotta get some propane tomorrow so we can have these fireside chats quite frequently now with the cool weather.
That's right.
Definitely enjoy doing this on a daily basis when the weather is nice and cool. We had warm weather when I got back to vacation. For the most part, we had a couple days, but that's the way it is down here. I mean, it's a very short winter.
He went to facilities.
Tonight's a chilly night. Tomorrow morning, we'll do the cooking on the Suburban griddle. We got the Q, but I'm gonna need propane. This thing is a gas hog. So we have both these bottles filled up at Ace Hard.
Tim, I don't have Judge Joe ready to go because I used the video for the jingle music to liven up your Christmas video. Check out the start of the video, guys, on the replay because I make Tim's video so much more exciting with this Christmas lights.
Where? Tomorrow.
He's miserable.
I'm gonna ride that motorcycle.
Absolutely miserable.
My neighbor over here probably wonders, why aren't you riding that bike? He rides every day, multiple times a day. He goes to the post office. He goes here. He goes there.
Absolutely. He don't care.
He
Uh-oh. Tim.
absolutely loves that trike.
I hit something.
And it's a nice trike. It's like taking your little...
no Ray.
You see people in the stores and stuff. They got those, I don't want to call them handicap things, but they're motorized chairs. You sit in them and they run around the store and up and down the sidewalk, wherever they want to go. Mobility thing, People that are, getting a little older and slower. Now, speaking of older and slower, let me switch gears with you. My hand.
Fun?
I wake up in the morning, my fingers, these fingers, it hurts to try to make a fist.
Well,
You know how some people get that arthritis when they get older? Or have you ever seen, what was his name?
I have it too, Tim. It's called osteoarthritis, and it's generally a hereditary thing. They are looking at having an injection that you can be given to hopefully like a different type, not like in the joints, in order to potentially they're like working on it because they're understanding like the cause of these things. But yeah, I get the same thing, Tim. Get some, what you can get? You can get some Tylenol or arthritis. This is not me giving any medical advice to Tim. As if I just did this. But these are all over the counter. You can get some Voltaren gel, but be careful because that's got sodium. So sometimes you have to be careful with that sodium content, but they've allowed that to be an over-the-counter now. It doesn't have to be prescription. Or you can get some Tylenol arthritis, or put your hand on something warm, like a warm, something like a beanbag thing you can heat up in the microwave. I use those a lot. Keep my hands warm. Just get the joints warm. Happens if to all of us who have generally like Anglo-Saxon ancestry and have families. My family history of it. Like I said, I'm 56. It's already starting up in my hands, Tim. You know, jeez, just deal with it.
He's a movie actor. I noticed he had it bad. He was younger. He looked completely different. He got older. And he looked completely different too. He got all white,
I'm so
wrinkled,
sympathetic.
old, and his hands turned into like his fingers like this. His name. Before I took my phone. He might have passed away already. But I was noticing myself that when I used to talk about, hey, we're not getting any younger. You know, we got this runway in front of us, and we got behind. And man, I'm telling you, it is coming fast. You know, just a few things that I'm feeling with my knees, my fingers, and you know, if I don't ride that bike soon and keep doing and pull my camper some more and go around and live a life, then I will find myself sitting in a chair drinking Geritol, because you can't stop it. Some people are blessed. You know, they run to their 80 plus years old, still running around doing all their stuff. Otherwise, most of them are slowing way down. They contract different.
My friend's dad doesn't. He's had 2 knee replacements. Okay, one went really well, and the other one went absolutely terrible. So it's just, you know, things. Oh goodness, Tim.
Illnesses or ailments. And
I want to be empathetic as an RN, but he's so nasty about healthcare providers.
It's a terrible thing, age, but you can't stop it. People try to do the plastic surgery and the Botox and the shots and the steroids and all these things and bodybuilding enhancements and all that. But you're inside. You're still getting older. So I'm really digging the Christmas decorations. Very, very cool. I'm into it this year. I've never been a Scrooge. I've always loved Christmas. And
yeah, of course you love Christmas, Tim. It's the time that Tim gets stuff from other people.
The holidays, whether I'm alone or got a big family or I'm with other people for the holidays, like I've done for many years. Because I always remember what the reason season is. And I enjoy the lights and the festivities, and I like the Christmas music. I won't listen to Jingle Bells in July, but I can't get enough of it right now. I love Christmas music. And then you got some rockin' music. You got the old ones. I like those. And ones I've never heard. You got Elvis sing some Christmas music.
Yep.
I've played them all. And my new iPhone, that's been...
Tim, you love it so much you couldn't figure out a way to actually put some Christmas music to the lights when you uploaded your video. So it was dry content, and then you had the coffee percolator at the end that you've now just complained about in your video. Make it make sense.
Really nice. And by the way, remember when I told you I got tired of those commercials on YouTube because I was watching so many videos on like how to learn about that camera, and I couldn't stand watching 30. They make you watch 30 seconds now, not 5 seconds. And
was it a complaint about watching somebody else's who's uploaded content that he's learning from that he hopes to regurgitate on this platform and complain about watching an ad? But the other day he uploaded a video begging his subscribers to watch all the way through the ads so he can make more money. You know, this is where you just know that, you know, this is why we call people out like this. This is why reaction channels exist. And also the bad medical advice he gives. Shouldn't be out on a motorbike, probably, Tim, with that glaucoma. Why did you spend $45 and get the results of your eye test? People say you don't do that because maybe you don't want to be banned off the road. Because then you really be SOL.
Joined that thing for $10.99 of no commercials. And it was the premium light version. And if you wanted to watch, if you didn't want to see commercials on even music videos, it's $20 a month. That's why I don't need that. You know, shorts, a lot of different commercials, but some of them do. But none of the long videos will play a single commercial. You'll just click a video and it plays from beginning to end.
Oh, yeah.
So the other day.
Yeah, Tim's certainly working hard to make sure that he's buying for others this Christmas.
Yeah, I had canceled it because it said cancel anytime. I said, I'll try it for a month. And so I canceled it almost right away. And it said you can still enjoy it for 30 days, you know. And then the day, I think it was yesterday, I'm watching these videos on this camera stuff, and all these commercials are playing. Now I'm having to watch 30-second, 1 minute, 20-second commercials in a video like up to 3 times. And that's giving me another minute or half or two. And now I've got to spend more time watching this stuff.
Really? You can't spend a little bit of your time, especially when you're going to end up trying to monetize and make videos for your own platform to give to these creators? You're irritated? Of course he's irritated. It just is so funny that one day he's telling his subscribers, it's what's, you know, not for thee, but for me, or whatever the heck that saying is. That's Tim all day long.
I said, where's that? I'm going to go back and pay for that. No commercials. So I look it up, and guess what? It said, we want you back. Get YouTube Premium Lite for $7.99. I said, sign it up. I couldn't get on it quick enough. Of course, and they had tax. So it was $8 and less than $8.50. And it said reoccurring payments. So I'm locked in. I'm locked in at less than $9 a month for no commercials. To me, it's worth it. unless I stop watching YouTube as much, which I'm probably going to, because I want to get.
Now, I mentioned this in my videos the other day, how I had YouTube Premium and how much better it was. So, you know, maybe it made Tim think about it again and how many you can get free movies and all this stuff. And now he can watch all the hater channels. And I can get some of your premium instead, Tim. So thank you.
Back to Grit TV. I don't need to watch any more about iPhones. I don't need to watch any more about action cameras. And so in 30 days, you cancel that again. Well, man, I tell you, when it ended and I started seeing these commercials, I was like, oh, this is no good. So I got it back, and they actually offered it to me for cheaper to get you to come back. So if you do that and you want to do it, cancel it, and then within a week, they will be offering you to come back for a lower price. And to be honest with you, folks, when I joined it for $10.99 for the 30 days, and it said cancel anytime, a friend of mine, Hilton Tom, got it for $7.99. And I said, well, why am I paying $11? I don't want it then. That made me mad. And turns out they will offer that in different regions, different markets. They can do whatever they want to do. I said, well, why, if he's going to pay that for the same thing and I got to pay more, I don't want it. And because I canceled on it,
Tim was angry about that. How dare Hilton Tom get a better deal than Tim? The world's conspiring. YouTube's conspiring against him.
Wanted me back, and they offered it to me for what he paid. So, and now it's not just for 1 month; it's for as long as I keep it. So for $7.99, $8.35 or whatever it is, I'm like, keep it. But I'm also, going to be watching my Grit TV more. Get back to my Western. I had it on last night. I was watching another Tom Selleck Western. Can't think of the name of it, but he made some good Westerns. Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, because when I think Westerns, the actor that comes to my top of my mind first is Tom Selleck.
Audie Murphy, who I love, and I was watching Randolph Scott. He made over 100 movies. Not all of them, like he goes way back, and so does Audie Murphy, but they're good. He made some more ones, and made mostly a lot of westerns. He only made 44 before he died suddenly.
I know.
So that's my life. My life is back. And here you are, you try to recreate.
Says this is so true. And we're about to wrap this up. Tim begs his minions to easily watch commercials. 3 videos later, he talks about avoiding stupid commercials. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. And Bernie says, I guess this is Tim is begging. Oh, Tom. Yes. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can't read that. You're going to get me demonetized, Tom.
Do something different, and turns out, but you can always revert back. Do over. So that's what I got, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will come up with other conversations and stories as the holidays go on. And I got my gazebo, my Vivor 12x12 6-sided gazebo.
Oh, Tim gets really upset. At some point, he tells, and we're going to start finishing this up because my stream time is coming to an end and I want to say my welcome with everybody. But he says that he cannot make videos that day. He can't release any. So he's going to have to hope that people are going to want to watch that gazebo video. Though he's got a free gazebo, which is probably a couple $100, I would think.
Gazebo 10. And they did not fix my address on Amazon. They delivered it to my neighbor again, like 4 doors down. He brought it over to me. I think it wasn't light. And I've got to do a review on it. And when I do, I'm going to put the video up tomorrow. Now, heads up, I promised them, they ask when I do the honest review of it, that would be the only video that I do for 24 hours. They give you something, they want people to watch it, and they don't want you to keep putting other things out that people might, not watch that. I don't know, whatever the thinking is. So I agreed to the terms. So I'll make a video tomorrow on it because I've been waiting for it. I couldn't wait to get it. I'm excited about the video and show you. You definitely want one. If you've got a house with a yard or you got an RV and everybody around you put them up, they all got most of them have the same.
Let's guess how much Tim will not includes paid promotion, which it's a paid promotion pretty much. If you're getting that gazebo and it has $1 value, Tim, that's a paid promotion. It's actually over $500. If it's, up to a certain amount, I don't know. I think any of it is. But he never includes that tag.
Style with like a metal roof on it. This is an octagon thing. But I'm going to mainly use it for when I travel with my RV and put it up in the campground.
Okay. I will never see that because
he's really nice to get the bugs out, sit around. This can go in it too. This can go in it. It's like 8 foot tall in the middle. and it's 12 by 12. So this is totally fine. You know, it's a screen in all the way around, plenty of air. And that's going to make this a real cold night, nice and warm in there. And I'm going to get some different furniture for it too. I'm going to set my place up like these other folks are doing around here, and I'm going to crush it.
Yeah, you sound like you're not going to do anything, Tim. Tim don't sound like he's going to crush anything, anybody. Tim doesn't sound like he's going to crush anything. Oh, gosh. Well, at least he kind of woke up in the morning and took himself for a nice walk, which I'm glad to see that he's doing, because that's going to elevate his mood, getting outside and taking that walk. So as boring as the morning walk video is, from a healthcare perspective, at least if he was sort of that down in the mouth in the fireside chat the evening before, then at least he seems a little bit more cheerful. All right, guys, let's close out this poll, and then we'll finish out this stream with my Christmas music that I put up for Tim's video and Tim's Christmas lights. And we will be back very soon. Tomorrow I'll be streaming probably somebody from Girl World, and then we'll be back to Tim on Saturday. And I just am so thankful for the 84 people who took the time to vote. I also want to thank Bertie for his wonderful super chat. Thank you so much. People do believe that Tim will set up that P.O. box to get some Christmas blessings. He needs to get going, though.